Well, it's definitely upset Japan and South Korea and the United States. Trump said he was shocked at this development. But in fact, it's really uh, you have to pay tribute, or at least admire North Korea for it's been under the same sanctions regime that Iran and Venezuela and Russia are, and yet it's able to produce a nuclear submarine on its own, which is, there's no hints here that Russia is doing this or anyone else or China. So they are um, very self-reliant, and also at the same time as the U.S. as they're developing missiles, but the U.S. is right on its border testing its own missiles. It just really gives the lie to the idea that it's North Korea or DPRK that is responsible for the tensions. It's sad that Trump originally, I suspect he wanted to have a good deal with the first in his first administration when he went to visit North Korea, but then it stalled. Obviously, he was given a very severe reprimand by his own deep state that you don't play around with trying to renegotiate the Cold War that is at work. So it's very heartening to see that countries can stand up to the U.S. and that the U.S. Just backs off. Although now it's giving South Korea a nuclear submarine and Australia. So that's the way the U.S. negotiates, by upping the ante. It never will negotiate seriously for any kind of compromise.
Mr. Walberg, to what extent are these developments driven by external pressure, namely, for example, from the United States and its allies, or do you think that it is coming from an internal military priority by the DPRK?
Well, it's obviously these are defensive weapons. I don't think in North Korea, well, it does want a united Korea. So very much like China wants a united China, one China. So that, but other than that, there's no sign of a greater Korea. There's no Israeli mentality here. In fact, that's what's so heartening about Kim Il-jung, that he does not cow to Israel, and he takes a very strong stand, and he supports Russia in Kursk. They have there's a Russian-North Korean strategic alliance. So I think that the sides are very clearly set up now. Who is your enemy, who is your friend is pretty clear in East Asia.
Do you think that the proliferation of nuclear weapons in that area of Asia is going to be happening a lot more than before because of the activities, the nuclear activities of the DPRK?
Oh, well, is that the excuse that Japan now, the new prime minister, is very eager to have a nuclear bomb? So this is something that Japan is putting forward. But I don't know, is North Korea the cause of that? I mean, for 60 years, there's been no Japanese nuclear bomb, and they've been able to have a modus vivendi with China, with North Korea. So I don't really, I wouldn't attribute the eagerness for other nuclear powers to have, or for creation of new nuclear powers. I don't think that's really up to North Korea or due to North Korea. In fact, the idea that other Western nations, Germany is talking about a nuclear weapon, and Italy not. It's interesting. It's interesting how Europe there is differences of opinion there. Of course, no, there should be no more nuclear weapons, but it looks like there will be other nuclear powers. So it's a very sad situation that we have, where the only international political strategy is to increase your arms, to prepare for peace. That's the irrational slogan that is thrown around, that you want to be strong in order to deter your enemies, not you want to be rational and try and work out a way to live with your so-called enemies.
Eric Walberg, author and journalist, joining us from Toronto, Canada. Thank you.